Question: what do Jose Aldo, Petr Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, Umar Nurmagomedov, Sean O'Malley again, and Corey Sandhagen all have in common? They all lost to Merab. This will never happen again. April 22nd, 2018. The last time Merab lost. Before last weekend. Last weekend, Petr Yan put on an all-time performance against Merab, something after their first fight I never thought I'd see. The resume of a reign that ended 4 years ago by defeating who most people call the bantamweight GOAT. But in order to truly understand Yan's achievement, we must understand the legend of Merab Dvalishvili. 4th longest win streak in UFC history, most title defenses in a calendar year, most takedowns in UFC history, most control time in bantamweight history, most unanimous decisions in UFC history, most eyes-to-head interactions in UFC history. Merab's run in the UFC is littered across the record books. Before last weekend, his previous 7 opponents had a combined record of 135 wins to 22 losses. That is an 85+% win rate, with 5 of the 7 being former or current champs at the time. Here's a list of all the people who have done that. Nobody. Not John Jones, not GSP, not Islam Makhachev, nobody. Merab isn't your typical UFC legend. He doesn't have elite stand-up, he's not a submission specialist, he doesn't have an iron chin, and he certainly doesn't have a reach advantage. But what he does have is drive. Not the drive of a hard-working UFC champion, the drive of a maniac. The drive that makes you spar 5 rounds the day of a championship fight. The drive that makes you out-wrestle an Olympic gold medalist. Well, the type of drive that attempts 4 title fights in a year. Sure, Merab went for legacy, and he succeeded. He took a setback against an all-time legend in his own right, but he'll be back. What he has achieved will never be achieved again.